Welcome to our Navarathri Golu this year 2024, and the theme this year is Upasadhan, which means significance of the divine accompaniments. So let's check out what each god has as their accompaniment and what exactly it signifies. Come on over. Let's start with Krishna. When we say Krishna, what are the different things that come to our mind? It's the feathers, it's the flute, it's the cow, and so many different things. Once the king of the peacocks gave peacock feathers to Krishna as a token of gratitude, and Krishna accepted it and put it on his crown. The peacock feather also signifies charm, beauty, positivity and spiritual growth, and that's why Krishna wears the peacock feathers. Krishna also is known for the pot. Remember how we break the pots during Janmashtami? What does that signify? It means Krishna is ready to break us free from the cycle of birth and death. Krishna also has the flute. What does the flute signify? The flute, like we know, is hollow and empty, and the flute by itself cannot produce any sound. But when the flute is in the hands of Krishna, it makes such beautiful sound. And that's what Krishna is trying to tell us by saying, if we can completely surrender to Krishna and allow Krishna to be our orchestrator, our lives will get much better and more beautiful. Krishna's necklace is known as Ragavalli, and his tilak is known as Drishti Mohana. Krishna also has the cow. The cow signifies nourishment and sustenance, just like a mother, and that's why the cow is considered very holy. Look at Lord Ayyappa. Ayyappa, if you notice, always wears a belt here. Now, why is that? Now, if you look at Ayyappa's pose, that is the Yoga Asana. So, Ayyappa is always known to be sitting in the Yoga Asana and in a meditative state. One of the princes saw Ayyappa doing this, and he wanted the Lord to feel more comfortable, and that's why he gave him the belt so that he can sit more comfortably. Vishnu. Vishnu is always seen with Changa and Chakra, right? The Chakra, I say machine automation and intelligence existed from time immemorial, because the Chakra protects us. It destroys the evil and comes back to Vishnu, and that is the significance of the Chakra. Now, if you look at the Changa or the conch that Vishnu has, it signifies creation and victory. The conch, it is blown, that is denoting victory, and the sound is that of Om from time immemorial. Vishnu is also lying down on a serpent, right? And that is in the shape of infinite, which again says the universe and the time, they are infinite. If you look at Tirupati Balaji, he is always seen wearing a mask. That's because his eyes are very powerful and we cannot directly look into his eyes, and that's why his eyes are masked. The interesting story of Vittala. Did you know Vittala's earrings are in the shape of a fish? And why is that? Because that signifies he is ready to accept anybody, rich, poor, whatever caste, and once they completely surrender to him, he takes them over as the divine. If you also notice, the tilak of Vittal is not the regular one, it's something different. And what does that signify? It is supposed to represent Shiva because of its shape. Vittal is also known to be standing on a brick. Did you know why? Once, Vittal decided to visit his favorite devotee, Pundalik. When Krishna went, because Krishna is also another form of Vittal, when Krishna went to Pundalik's house, Pundalik was very busy serving his parents. And when Krishna came there, Pundalik just told him to wait there because he was busy serving his parents. And as a symbol of respect, he threw a brick outside the house so that Krishna could stand on it. And that is why in the form of Vittal, you will see Krishna standing on a brick. And he is also emphasizing the importance of seva or service. Let's move on to Ganesh. Ganesha is always having an axe, which signifies that he is ready to remove any obstacles that come in your path. Muruga has a veil, right? And the veil signifies protection and destruction of the evil. the Devis. Durga is seen with a lot of the weapons that normally are associated with the male gods. But Durga is considered as Shakti, right? The power, and that's why she has many different weapons that are normally associated with the male gods. Lakshmi, like we know, signifies wealth, right? And that is why she is seen with a pot of gold in her hands, which signifies prosperity and abundance. Lakshmi is also seated on a lotus that signifies purity and enlightenment. Saraswati is always seen with the veena that represents harmony between our mind and body. If you look at Andal of Sri Vallipattur, she has a parrot which signifies devotion to the Lord. And then you have Narada who carries the kartal or the percussion instrument. What do you think that signifies? Narada is known as the storyteller and musician, and therefore the percussion instrument goes well with what he does. Brahma has 4 heads representing the 4 Vedas, and the book in his hand represents knowledge or wisdom. Now comes Shiva. As in the form of Nataraja, you will see him surrounded by the circle of fire. What does that signify? Fire starts with creation and consumption, and that is exactly what life is all about, and that is what the circle of fire signifies. Shiva is always covered with ashes, where he's trying to tell us it's not the ornaments that's important, but even simple ashes are dear to the god. Shiva was also carrying the Damru. The Damru shape is like that of infinity, where again he says that everything in this world is infinite. Shiva's trident, right? The trident has the sharp edges, and that signifies that he is ready to disrupt the ignorance that we have. The 3 in the trident also signifies Brahma, Vishnu and Maheshwara. The 3 in the trident also represents the gunas of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Now if you look at Kala Bhairava, he is wearing the garland of skulls, which says, "Pray to me and I will remove all your fears." He also has the moon, right, which talks about the waning and the waxing of the moon, and that's how our life cycle is also the cycle of birth and death. We also have Ardhanarishwarar, who is seen with a lotus, mirror and rosary. That is to say, the male and the female unity, and that is what Ardhanarishwarar represents. And then we have Rama. This is where I got from Ayodhya during my recent visit, which is the Ram Lalla. And of course, Ram, like we know, is always having the bow, and that signifies the divine origins, strength and worthiness. And then we have Hanuman. Hanuman carries the mace. The mace depicts strength and valor. Hanuman's gada is known as Kaumodaki. Hanuman is also seen carrying the mountain. You know, if you remember in Ramayana, when Lakshman was injured during the war and he had to be saved, Hanuman did not know which was the herb to be brought, and therefore he carries the entire Sanjeevani mountain and he comes saving Lakshmana's life. And that is what it signifies. And of course here we have the Dasavatar, where it talks about the theory of evolution. You know, the Dasavatar starts with a fish and then evolves up to the Kalki avatar, showing how every time, every avatar, there is a lot of evolution. So that was the theme of our Golu this year, and I hope you enjoyed it, and do drop in your thoughts and comments, and add if you want to add anything new perspective to it in the comments below. And yes, don't forget to subscribe to the Game Enablers YouTube channel, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye. Namaskaram.